Boom, we back in the building. It's your boy D Friend.
What's good, boy? B Neil, man.
We back in the building for another episode of Abstract Podcast. We got a lot of things to get into today. The list is mighty. The list is long. Pause. I was about to go on a crazy turn, but you got any good things before we get this day started, man?
Yeah, I actually do this time. Been on a good run and not having no bullshit. But um, truck finally back working. It's been about a month. Feel like down there a year. Feel like.
Amazing.
Been having an Uber. Been having to thug it out. Spending extra money just to 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 make some money, and that shit frustrating. So now it's back to normal. So
So I think you got
nah,
a new camera. Just better lighting.
just move the lighting around. Finally figure some shit out.
But that's good, man. Salute to you.
Amazing.
Anything else or just that?
Um, shit, nah, not that I can think of off the rip. That shit was big weight off the shoulder. So I
Yeah.
mean,
So for me, so last week was my son's last day of his ABA therapy. As y'all know, he has autism, and he started real school, the real public school, and that was a bit, nerve wracking. You see all the shit going on in schools, you see all the things, but it's going good. It's going good. So
man,
I'm
that's
excited.
huge step.
I'm in all this shit. I'm signing up for PTO, all that shit. I'm a parent now, nigga. I'm being involved. I'm going to the meetings. I'm gonna be on the motherfucking board of that motherfucker. I make sure shit right in that bitch.
I mean, that's
I got time to wait for
understandable.
that shit like that. But
That's
yeah,
understandable.
salute,
That's
salute,
a
salute.
huge step. I mean, we both have a good thing, and our one of our brothers' birthday today. My boy turned another
Amazing.
year.
Salute my boy D Salute to his birthday.
Been a long time supporter,
Guest host for
guest
a couple
host,
of
and some more
episodes back
shit.
in the day. Salute to Decal on his
Yeah,
birthday.
if you're a real OG, I don't think
Yeah,
nobody is
nobody here is OG
that
like that.
OG
Nobody is OG like that. That's the You gotta go to the audio versions for
except the
those
Madlocks
episodes.
of the world, but
Yeah, maybe
that's like
Madlock.
personal people.
Yeah, you gotta go to the audio versions to hear them old episodes. Them old episodes are good. I did a little. Remember I did that marathon that one day, but those aren't even the old episodes. Those are just like Anyways, um, we got in the chat. We got Ward in the chat. We got Trail in the hat. Trail in the hat in the chat. Shout out to D friend. Keep the family close. That's all I gotta say. So, anyways, we
Yes.
got a lot of things to get into today. A lot of things. Don't want to waste no time. It's already a little bit past time we usually go. So I'll let you pick the first topic, man. What do you want to dive into for the start of the show?
Well, it's something that we could get over with quick because I feel like not nothing really in depth about it. I just want to say I did put these scenarios out here when like I forecasted and knew it was gonna happen, but I said Shakari Richardson had the possibility of having an underdog story if she really put in the work, and she ended up proving it. I mean, the whole world wrong essentially. I ain't gonna act like I was on her side. I'm still not really the biggest fan, but she proved everybody wrong. Even I thought the Jamaicans was gonna beat her. So
Yeah,
salute to her for doing that. And
salute
I
to her.
think
Salute to her.
it was even a kind of a conversation around her name recently about how what was it? It was I forget what it was about. Damn it, I lost my thought. But yeah, just salute to her. If it come back to me, I bring it up.
Yeah, I like that. I like she got her redemption story. We like the underdogs. We like people that fall and stumble that get back up. And when you fall and stumble, the people are gonna shame you. They're gonna spit on you. They're gonna fucking stomp on your grave. And then when you rise up, they're gonna act
Mhm.
like you've been the greatest the entire time. That's like the quote she said. She said, "What? I don't even remember what she said. It's something like the world did something. The world did this, and the
The
world did
media,
that."
the
So
media, the media, the world was my friend, and the world turned on me, so I could care less about
I
the
can care less
world.
what anybody think. Like
Essentially,
y'all gonna do what y'all gonna do. That's really what it is. Like the people gonna be with you, and then the people gonna be against you. You're gonna have to just ride that wave because it's gonna happen regardless of who you
yeah.
are.
I remember what I was thinking about. The hate just went in my mind as like all the like little like things I ain't really like about her, but and it kind of threw me off my point. But
He
now I
said the hate
remember.
went to his mind.
No bullshit, because I remember K Ray don't like her. I was like it, just like God damn, she
What
really
about
did
you
it.
don't like? What she be doing?
It's just a little cringe with the behavior and things like that. Like I wouldn't want that to be a role model like of anybody, especially like young people. Like I don't think that's the best attitude to have. But this is also what I'm gonna speak on where she can capitalize on that because it's I mean we are in this world America and it's a capitalist society. I think she could Floyd Mayweather her way to some success. Everybody gonna want to see her get beat, if she could stay on the throne for the, I mean, the Olympics, is only every 4 years, but if she could stay on the throne for the next, let's say, 3 Olympics, or do something like that, bro, she could really have an amazing name and a brand around her. Just on people wanting to beat her, people want to see what she got to say because she's polarizing at this point. So
Yeah.
that is the one thing I say. I feel like if she can capitalize and keep grinding, bro, I don't think there's nothing wrong with it to a degree because I think people was kind of bringing up how like she ain't want to talk to the black media, or no, she ain't want to talk to white media, she don't want to talk black media, and I was thinking like if you was an NFL player, that's a no go. Like you can't do shit like that. You got to answer
Yeah.
owners. If you was like in some other type of sport, you got to answer to these people. But she ain't got no owners. She ain't got anybody she got to really worry about on that degree. So have at it on that sense of being like a Floyd Mayweather and being
Because for
polarized.
her, it's like if she's the fastest, she's like you can't do nothing. Like
Can't do
if
shit
she's up on
about
the
it.
track and she beat you on the track, like you can't really do nothing about it. Like it
Nothing at
is
all.
what it is. So I mean, Luther, I don't know how I feel about the white media, black media thing. I mean, it's like, bro, it's like I guess when she was down, she felt like that was the media that was attacking her, and she maybe felt black media was with her. Like I consume like more black media, so I mean, they was attacking her too at one. Like maybe not the media outlets, but the people of the media outlets were attacking her at
Some
one
people
point.
was for media for
But
sure.
but like I said, it's an underdog story. Like you praise her up, she's this greatest in the world, and then she gets popped for the drugs, and then she does some other questionable shit. And it's like, we don't really like you. And then she start winning a couple races, and then that's what happens. And she comes out on top. So salute to her. Salute to Flying Low in the building. Salute to Theotis Duncan Jr. Rap is dead. Hip hop ain't. I did put the title that rap is dead. I mean, I look at them the same fucking thing, so we can get semantical here if we want to. But all right, what else we got? Shikari, salute to her. We over it. Salute to you. Go win the Olympics. You won the World Championships. Yeah.
Let's see. I guess we get into another quick topic. Run through them. We don't really run through topics around here these days. Let's try to run through some topics.
Usually them hoes be 30, 35 minutes a topic, 2 hours a topic.
No bullshit. But Gorilla, you seen what Gorilla said?
Yeah, I talked about that today.
YouTube.
I made a video. I made a video titled "Female rappers in 2023 are planted to ruin America." It's just like the shit they do is like it's
Cringe.
all negative advice. It's always like people are gonna follow that advice. It's sad to say, but people are gonna follow that advice. And I didn't just put on the female rappers. I said the male rapper shit too, with the smoking on your dead ops and this and that. But I mean, we talked about before the started. We talked about Atomic Habits, and it's just like it's one of those kind of things. It's like when you get rewarded for doing a certain thing or being a certain way, you're gonna just keep on perpetuating. You're just gonna keep on doing it. So if the female rappers can get rewarded for doing and saying the things they do, regardless if they live that life for real or not, they're gonna keep doing it. Male rappers, if a label is gonna give me $2 million to say we smoked Lil Jon, him, fuck the ops, we kill them all, we do it again and do it again. It's not even just they're gonna keep doing it. People are gonna see it and they're like, oh, that's the way to get on. And then they're gonna do it. So that's when it starts replicating. And then, I just feel like shit get worse. And then regular people implement those kind of things into their lives, and then their lives be shit. They ain't famous, they ain't get no money from it, but they just replicating and doing shit they see. And that just brings to that girl who's been going viral with the 6.
Yeah, I thought about that too.
With the 6 kids or whatever she had going on in her life. But what do you think about it, the Glorilla thing?
It's a couple things, bro. Honestly, from like if you do live that toxic lifestyle, you end up being that single mother. So it's just like that's just crazy to even push that agenda because we already know the repercussions of that, and that like you said, led to the woman having a baby by a dude that got 6 kids, and if you hear her explanation, it's just shit. But even outside of that, like I feel like these women are not immune when it comes to like how hip hop and like things trend and change, like the baby effect or the Roddy Ricch effect, and how even like a Roddy Ricch, like I was talking to Decal today, like that shit's really a phenomenon. Like the nigga just been dropping hits. He really ain't had too many misses, even with his recent shit, but niggas turned on him quickly. And I feel like this women shit, like it's gonna happen soon because I think they kind of missing that, bro. They starting to look a little cringe, and it's not coming off like they think it's coming off. And I got a couple examples from her saying she only had a couple people in her class, and people start calling her, short butt shawty and shit like that. And she thought that was gonna hit a certain type of way, but it didn't. And I feel like that's gonna be a more apparent, bro. Because once again, like a lot of our big artists, like as far as male, like they change up, they do different things, or they have a direct style that's respected, but that shoot 'em up like direct super toxic shit, like no really art to it type shit. That shit's not none of our main artists. Like Lil Durk do it, but he got other shit outside of that for sure. Like that's
Yeah.
not all he do. So I think
Like
the
All My
fact,
Life is his biggest record, and that's not.
yeah, and yeah. So even with the shit with Drake, like that's not the most shoot 'em up song in the fucking world. Like you know what I mean? Like so yeah, I think that shit the tide gonna change for them because it's just cringe, man. And I think that was the other example I had with Sierra with her song that came out. Is like or I stick to the Sierra shit real quick. This how her song came out and people just like, what are you doing? Like you're married to Russell Wilson. What are you talking about? I don't
Yeah,
need
Russell
something.
Wilson got multiple kids.
Yeah, it's like
He's making like $50 million a year. It's like, stop the bullshit.
yeah, and then we go on to Kiki Palmer recently. Like all these things can kind of correlate to how it comes off. At first, like people was kind of on her side, but as that shit played out, bro, she lost all steam. So I think that like that empowerment shit don't look as cool as a lot of women trying to make it seem like. Oh, like, and even then, like I was joking. Like I was like, Gorilla gonna probably end up with a nigga like for real, like in a relationship pretty soon. Like I can just see that happening. And I was about to say, I could see Rihanna doing that independent life and no one could care, but she got a nigga. Beyonce got a nigga. Nicki got a nigga. All them got men. So it's like,
Yeah.
at some point you realize that shit don't go so far. Only go so far to me.
I think the independent thing could work for some women,
Some, bro.
only because they like clearly, like Rihanna is like clearly in a class above Rocky as far as money goes, not as far as like just hopefully their home dynamic. Even though there's a girl running around here saying that she puts ASAP Rocky's legs up in the air and she be eating his ass and
I
she's
seen that
fingering
shit.
his moist butt and all this crazy shit. But regardless,
That's
only certain people can do
ridiculous.
that. Only optically, only certain people can do that, right? And I feel like a lot of people just call it out. It's like, oh, y'all talk about doing all this, do all that, do all that, and like y'all got these niggas at home, y'all got boyfriends, y'all got this, y'all got that. Lotto would say whatever she's saying, but then she get on stage and be like, my man. But like 21 Savage
Meg
won't
Thee
ever
Stallion was
publicly
fucking
claim you. Yeah, Meg Thee Stallion. Well, Meg
party.
Thee Stallion was living a life. I ain't gonna lie. She was kind of rapping. She was talking about she was hot girls. Well, before the Party of Fontaine
Yeah,
shit, like
yeah.
in the midst of the Tory Lanez. If all that's true, all the babies and the this and that, she was at least living her raps. At least she was really out here and doing her shit. So you gotta
Yeah, I'm
respect
not. I'm
that at
not. I'm
least.
not talking about that. I'm just more like how she was madly in love with Party. You seen how she was
Yeah, for
in
sure.
a club with him, and shit. That's all I'm saying. I ain't really
Yeah.
referring to the music and shit. Because even then, I think being able to do it musically for a long time is a lot different than just living that life. And like Erica Badu, like she might be a single mother. No, I don't know for a fact, but like no one's really tripping or paying attention to it because she's just living her life. Now, if you're trying
Yeah.
to make music and like a narrative and like that's when I feel like you start pushing that cringe level. If Rihanna was just making nothing but like I don't need a man music, like that should have feel a certain way. And it's ways you can do it with like, oh, it's some heartbreak shit. I'm tired of being heartbroken. Shit like that will hit. But like just purely like making a hook, like I don't need a man, like that shit's not gonna work, bro. Like,
How you feel about single ladies?
um,
Or they could just
it's
be like, she's
definitely
married, but maybe
cringe.
she's an anthem. Maybe she's making an anthem for the ladies. Or,
It's one of them cringe hip hop songs for sure. I mean, well, just black people songs for sure, but it was an era and she pulled it off. She pulled it off. I believe it's cringe, but she pulled it off at the end of the day. So
it worked.
yeah, at
And
the
we'll
end of
talk
the
about
day.
Beyonce a little bit later in the show. But yeah, I just think that's what it is. Just like I think Trill or somebody asked something. They said about Glorilla. Where's that? He said, do you think Yo Gotti fumble Glorilla or Glorilla just can't make another hit to save her career? I just think that like I feel like a lot of artists now have to realize like when you get your moment, capitalize on your moment because that moment might not last that long because fans are fickle and these people aren't real. These people aren't building real fan bases. They're going viral quickly, and and I think I think festivals are hurting artists too, just because they go viral and they go on a festival and there's already a built-in 50,000 people there. So they think those 50,000 people when they go to every one of these festivals around the country that they fuck with them. They really don't. Go on your own tour and then you can truly see who's kind of fucking with you. And then, the hits stopped coming out. What was Glorilla's like last hit record? Was it the one with Cardi B?
Yeah, and that's I
And
mean
also,
that's
I don't know,
Cardi
maybe
B.
music has changed because, like I
It
said,
ain't.
I was like, is it bad to say like, okay, she had a hit last year at the end of the year, right? And it kind of rolled over a little bit into the beginning of the year, and she hasn't had a hit since then. Like, are we accelerating people too much as well? Like, does she have to
But
have a hit every quarter? Like, how many hits does she need?
she's still in her window. Like I don't think if she drop a hit, nobody be surprised.
Hmm.
But it definitely need to come soon. Like, um, I would agree with that for sure.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I wonder, like, if back in the day, like, if somebody had a big record like F and F, like, and then they drop two records after that that are like not as big as F and F, but they're big records, and they drop tomorrow, which becomes bigger than F and F. You could say that's Cardi B though. Like, so four records in the span of a year, and you just came out. Well, back
See,
then, were they like, hey, you need to make more records now, or
even
was it like you let
even
those live?
you could let those live, but even with today and back in the day, those artists that would have had some hits like that probably got some mixtapes, so probably got some shit that in the tuck that you gonna go listen to outside of them hits. That's all you got for her. Like, ain't really nothing else that you could play for her. I don't think she had a good album, if I'm not mistaken. That's one of the only people that was like a big person I haven't listened to. But I
Yeah, she
I
dropped like the end of last year.
I'll go back to your original statement, kind of going into this last point. You said that was good advice, by the way, but you was like artists need to learn or figure out they need to, use it while it's hot. She ain't an artist. She not an artist. Like we could just take it back to the root. Like I think she might be one of those one hit wonders. And when you say one hit wonders, you could be literal and they might only have one hit, but sometimes they might have two or three. But are they really an artist? Can they really capitalize on a moment if they not really so much that talented and they just kind of like let's be real, like one hit artists, like some of the girls I could think of, like Friday, that song that came out. Like you can like it's something
Rebecca Black.
it's like they came up with like a little like thought that would be cool and trendy and make a conversation or whatever. Like it's different ways to make a one hit wonder. Like it's plenty different examples of it, but I don't think these people are the most musically inclined people. But I don't know. It's
Yeah, I
levels
feel
to
it.
one hit wonder because
Cause
I
I'm looking
think
at Glorilla's shit. Like she got F and F went platinum, and Tomorrow went platinum. Then she had a song called Bless, but y'all probably don't even if I play Bless, y'all probably wouldn't even know what it is. And after that, there's like some shit that maybe like did a little buzz on social media, but ain't nothing really hit like that since then.
Flying Low, bro, I can hear the cadence. I can hear how she rap. Ain't nothing there, brother. I watched her BT performance. I was like, yeah, ain't nothing
You get a
there,
gist
buddy.
of what like she's about. That's what pretty much what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, unless she surprised me with some Cardi B shit and then be some a decent type of album. But I mean, I go listen to it. Me and nothing go listen to it. But I wouldn't be. I'm not gonna be surprised that it's exactly what expectations I thought. Like I'm not. I
Why
don't
do
think
you
it's gonna be
why do you
good.
why do you think the men? Because I'm seeing a lot of men being enamored by like a sexy red. Like they all want to take pictures with her. Like you see
Cloud
Diddy,
chasing ass
you
niggas.
see Jason Tatum, you see Tyler Creator. Tyler Creator is his is a little his shit's wild. His shit was crazy. But like
Nigga,
and
he got
Jay,
edits.
like Drake, like all these people, like they're so enamored by her. What do you think that it is?
I honestly think it's cloud chasing.
Is it?
It's
She's the hot
cloud
girl right
chasing.
now.
Yeah, and it's also. I think it's also an intentional wave to push her to the next level. Just like we seen with what's this girl name? Ice Spice. It's
Hmm.
intentional. Like you can pretty much call them industry plants. We don't think they writing they shit. We don't think they really even that good at presenting rap. We don't really like. Come on, bro. Sexy Red is a rapper. Like maybe I'm out of the loop, but she been dropping mixtapes and shit, or she like a Sukiyana.
Um, the first time I even know it was her, but there was the first time I ever heard about her was people like making fun of her. She had this song that was sampling the "Making My Way Downtown,"
Mm,
which is like "Making My Way Downtown, Glock in hand, shooting fast," some shit like that. That was the
I've
first one I
heard
ever
that
seen who she
recently.
was. Um, but yeah, she her shit. I think for women too, especially these young women, you just need to make sure that your shit get fly on TikTok, right? If your shit can get fly on TikTok, you can get an extra couple months out of the music industry. I ain't gonna lie to you. Cause
Yeah,
that's what happened with the ski shit. That I mean, the ski shit and the other one might be the same song. The "You Like My Voice to Turn You On," "Wait Till You See the Thong" might be the same song, but you need some shit to get catchy on TikTok, and then you'll be all right for a
yeah.
couple months.
Yeah, like Lydia said, clout. it's like Cardi 2.0 for younger generation as far as personality wise. I agree. Like that's all a lot of this era is a bunch of just hey, somebody getting big. Let me hop on that wave. Let me keep a little relevance because I'm in the conversation. That's all like that's what it seems all to be these days. So especially with like if a Drake, even with Drake being as big as he like, he's constantly around the new big star. Like he did it with Jack Harlow, he did it with shit. You name it, bro. He gonna be around them if they got a little buzz in it. It's a little bit of a cosign, a little bit of let me get a little shine from you too, type shit. So it's not surprising. It's not surprising.
True. So why you think labels keep pushing trash female rap versus pushing legit male rappers who likely have some longevity or better career? Maybe they're looking at like
Ran by the CIA.
it's more it's easier to like market towards women and women like this shit and maybe there's an agenda being put. I don't know. It could be a whole bunch of different shit.
And I also think with the Sexy Red shit, I think she actually genuinely comes off a certain type of hood or a certain type of ratchet. So her being embraced is this realness that a lot of these rappers really don't got. Like I really authentically believe Sexy Red is who the fuck she presents. Like versus some of these other dudes, they ain't really like that. Or if they are like that, she one of them. So she gonna get embraced. So that's what I kind of think it is as well. Like
Yeah.
and
Because
and, and
even oh my bad.
this is the last part. Like, and you gotta think a lot of these dudes want that embrace from the hood. So if they seen around that hood chick that everybody love, part of that clout shit.
Yeah. But even like speaking on that, just like the whole I tweeted, I was like, this year has been carried by mainstream hip hop has been carried by. I got to preface that mainstream hip hop has been carried by female rappers and a quote unquote snitch. I don't necessarily think Gunna's a snitch, but I'm just making a apparent like what's going on in hip hop right now. So the biggest record of the summer was by a snitch in hip hop who everybody
Fuck
said
you
he's not going to
mean?
be able to do nothing. He can't do this. He's not going to do that. He had the biggest hip hop record of the summer. So you could pretty much say, at least in America, he had the song of the summer. If you're talking about global, you had a couple different you got like Sprinter with Dave and Central C. That would be considered more of the rap song of the summer if we were gonna go on a global type of level. But regardless, let me pull this up because I want to just look at the songs from I think this is Spotify maybe. Their songs of the summer. Let me see where the Spotify shit at. Twitter, here it goes. All right. Boom, let's pull it up. So boom, here we go. So we got Last Night featuring Morgan Wallen. Ella Bael Sola. Never heard that song before, but obviously it's a big song. Cruel Summer by Taylor. Fuck You Mean by Gunna. Vampire by Olivia Rodrigo. Fast Car by Luke
Lil
Combs.
BB.
Kill Bill by SZA. See You Again. And that's an old song. See You Again, Tyler Creator. That's from Flower Boy. That's from like 2017, I think.
Damn, that's
But
dicks up.
I think that went big on TikTok though. That's why it blew up like that. Un X 100. I don't know what that is. You
I'm a
Proof from
Barbie
Morgan Wallen.
girl in the Barbie
Yeah, Barbie's
world.
World went number 14. So just as far as rap though, just as far as rap, you got Gunna, you got Barbie World. Oh, no, you got Gunna, you got Lil Durk, you got Barbie World, Boys a Liar. So those are the top at
That
the
girl's
top.
a
You never
liar.
you I feel like you never and I don't know what the Spotify shit looked like last year, but I don't feel like you never really see that. You don't really see rap only having 4 songs in the top 20. And it's like what you said, I like Fuck You Mean, right? I think Fuck You Mean is a cool record. But if you look at the quality of records that are charting high in rap, they don't really present as the quality that we would feel like they used to be, right? So I just don't know. Even all my life, when I listen to All My Life now, the only part I even feel like is like good enough for me to want to listen to is J Cole's part. People thought J Cole shit was trash, but when I listen to, it, I like listening to J Cole. So I wouldn't even put like Lil Durk as the main reason why I would even go and listen to that song. But the only time I hear that song is if the radio's on. But regardless, I don't know. It's just crazy to see that. Like, there's no prominent rap songs that really came out this year.
Are we like what? Ain't no Drake songs this year.
What do you mean, like Search and Rescue?
That's it.
That's the only Drake song he dropped.
Damn. Ain't no future songs. Turn your click
Future,
up.
Future. I mean that. I mean, well, I'm talking about as far as they Spotify song of the summer. I like Turn Your Click Up,
I think that's
but
gonna be a hit. Well, it is probably already a hit.
yeah, it's bubbling. Let's say it's bubbling. Hold on, why is the chat not popping up on here? I want it to pop up on here.
Let me see. They
I keep
said
wanting
flood the
to.
face. Oh, You Win featuring Drake. Supposed to Be Loved. Little Baby Future, little Uzi.
Where you see that? Who said that?
This is Rap Songs 2023 new hip hop. I was just trying to see like some like
Oh, some of the records that came out. Oh,
yeah. It's getting hot in here. NLE Chopper.
no. See, that's what I'm saying. Like shit like that. It's like shit like this is ass. It's like it's not good. Uh,
Fiend. Fiend.
It's not good. Even like Travis dropped the album. It's like, but shit's not. It's not bad. Like this thing, it's not like these songs. These a lot of this music that come out. It's not bad, but it's nothing that's like I need to cut this on. Like I need to listen to this record. Like this record makes me feel a certain type of way. So it's like it's not like everything is bad. It's just like nothing is really moving the needle.
Aston Martin truck. Oh, this just dropped.
This is
Roddy Rich.
hold on. This is okay. I gotta pull them up on screen because I don't know why it's not pulling up there.
Back
All
to
my
the
life
Moon.
second biggest hit. All my life second biggest hip hop song. That's tough. Fuck You Mean not even the song that should number one. To be honest, the beat carried. I like Fuck You Mean. No creativity, simple. I think it's more than that. Like there's no I know you. I know you like when you get on your like narrative type vibes. You like to try to hammer home this no creativity thing. But I don't even think it's necessarily that because I don't think music has been so creative in the past like
I think it
3
was
years.
creative
But there's
shit.
been better songs that come out.
I mean, I think it's creative for what it was. Like,
What you talking about? Fuck You Mean?
yeah, good hook, thoughtful. Like I don't know what kind of like was it like an Asian? Like I don't know what the fuck they got that shit from, but it was cool, cool little
Yeah,
sample vibe. I don't know, nigga, that shit was hard.
that's what happens when you don't actually listen.
Oh,
To
Jealousy, Cardi B, and Takeoff.
Offset. Rest in peace, Takeoff. Man, that's a good record. But like I said,
Yeah,
nothing has staying power. Nothing is like blowing up the charts. Like even the record that was Cardi B and Mulatto, it seemed like a big record, but
busting out the bag, buzz me out the plastic. That
yeah, I would have thought that would have been on there. I thought that would have been at least a top 20 record, but you got a bunch of Latino records and country songs. Like that's pretty. This list, if I was to go through here, like okay, we'll do it right now. So out of the 20, we have 1, 2, 3, 4,
Princess Diana.
5. You have 6 country songs on here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like Hispanic songs. You got a couple pop records. You got an R&B record, and that's pretty much it. So, are you talking? Are you talking about records for the year? Or are you talking about? I'm talking about the summer.
You say what?
I'm talking about for just the biggest songs of the summertime, not for the whole year. But even like that, even like those are the biggest songs of the year. It's like you're not gonna look back on 2023, at least the first half of the year, and be like, damn, that was a great year for mainstream music. Like I said, we can say, oh, Killer Mike had a great album. Oh, this guy had a great album. But like for mainstream rap, I think if this like how the year is for me personally, this is how it looks. And like the only way we can be like, oh, we're gonna have a good year in rap is if Future, Drake, Kendrick, J. Cole, and then all the younger guys, they got to put out like classic albums every single time they drop an album. Hip hop be dead in the next couple of years. As far as like, I don't know, because I think it's an issue too. Is like, I think now, as far as everybody, like we all judge music. I feel like we make it to where like every album has to be a classic album. Everything has to be the greatest thing that I've ever heard in my life. It can't just be like, oh, that was a good project. It's like, oh, that's good. Like I was telling Trail, like he sent me a verse of Wayne. He was like, this is mid. I was like, I think some niggas overuse the word mid. Like it's not amazing, but it's good. It's a good verse. It's not like mid. It's not trash. It's a good song. So I think that's the issue too. I think even this like audience programming is kind of messed up for music as well.
I got 3 hits for you. The Mexican OT.
I won't consider that a hit either, though. I consider like a social media like
Hotel Lobby. Was that this year?
Came out last year.
Okay, hold on. What was the other one I found? California Breeze.
That came out last year too.
Fuck. All right. What about the Too Many Nights?
Too Many Nights by who?
Metro Boomin, Don Toliver, Future.
Was that last year? Was that off the
Damn.
Spider-Man shit?
I don't know these days, bro.
Yeah, that was last year. That was off his
God damn. All right. This is say
his lyrics.
2023. I'm gonna get off this, huh?
Nah, his shit came out last year.
All right, I quit. I was trying to look up his, bro. I'm trying to get this year a chance, but it don't look like
But
it's
there's
gonna
not
be.
there's no nothing to give it a chance to. There's just nothing really there. They might even see all these damn things y'all just sent out. Hold on, let me read this. Um, only Drake CD I heard was his first CD. Once I seen he read freestyles off his phone. Hey, you missing out, Theonidas. That old head in the chat. I think Utopia is the best rap album this year. For what I like Gunna's album still better than his. There's only one song on Gunna's album I really don't like, but that's cool. Last year was way better. Some very good mid this year. Top tip Pale Madu should be very interesting. Y'all clown weird rap, but yeah, it's more experimental with skill music out. I'm not here preaching that. Oh, we need to be more creative. Like sometimes creativity can put you in like a certain like I said, the type of shit you like listen to. Like I don't want to listen to shit like that. Be less creative.
I think Tory, Drake, they're very experimental.
You know. Again, labels are not putting the music in
Kanye,
rapping no more, so you're about to see less quality and quick fame
Travis.
besides your big acts. But I just like okay, so I see Ebro said that. Ebro said they're putting. He got a call from whoever I don't know the higher ups. He's an Apple Music hip hop director, whatever. The labels are no longer signing rappers, prioritizing rappers. They're prioritizing Afro beats and Latin acts.
Cool, good for us.
I mean, I guess that would make sense. Especially, I don't know about the Afro beats thing, but the Latin thing would make sense because America is becoming more and more, Hispanic. They're about to be the majority population, so it makes sense to kind of like move to cater to that
And,
audience. Is going to move over here, and I like some Bad Bunny records. And I don't even know what he's saying, so I don't know.
and I feel like they should be more easier to run. Like it would be more ran like an actual traditional label. It wouldn't be all this politics and all this degenerate shit. Like they just gonna be pushing music out like this. Just like I don't think if a motherfucker that's in the Spanish community, like ain't nobody looking at Pitbull like, that nigga flopped on this album. You know what I mean? Like it's just, I think it's just if you dropping good hits, you can flow right there to death. Like versus hip hop, you could have a great album and that shit don't sell and nobody know why because it's such a fickle fan base and all this other shit. But on the good side of things, like fuck it, bro, these rappers are gonna do just fine because black people still gonna want to listen to rap. Black people still gonna support them. YouTube gonna get them money. They're gonna still be able to do shows and go to venues and all this other shit. And maybe this hard wave that's getting pushed by these mainstream labels to what they shove in our face, maybe we don't get that as much. So it may be a good thing they're not focusing on rap anymore because it's not. It wasn't a good.
Trash.
Yeah, it wasn't a good thing that they were doing this thing. Like they were taking advantage of our artists.
They were
like,
signing everybody. They were signing anybody. Anybody get like a little. You get 50,000 views on YouTube. They're like, oh, we got you. We signed you. Let's push you. Let's put you here. Let's put you with this person. Let's act like you're talking to this person. What do you say? For the dogs, we'll have 4 to 7 top 10 Hot 100 entries debut. That's not a prediction. We already know that's gonna most likely happen. This is Drake's bubble ring year. I wouldn't say that because like
Drake, what does that even mean?
Drake would probably win the year. Like it's not like it's like a like even if like Kendrick and J. Cole and everybody drop, like Drake still would probably,
Nigga, your favorite rapper dropped, Travis.
Yeah, Travis is supposed to be the magnum. Travis is supposed to save the year. Travis is going to drop the greatest album we've ever seen in our entire lives. And this shit's,
a lot of young. Hey, hold on. Don't do that to Drake. If he just outclassed niggas, he outclassed niggas. Your young favorite niggas gonna drop respectfully. Good album. Ain't a Drake. We gonna know that. Little Dirk drop. Lil Uzi drop. Travis drop. Who else dropped? Young Thug dropped. Jack Harlow. I don't know. Jack Harlow dropped.
Jack Harlow album was good, but it ain't gonna get that recognition. Jack Harlow album was good though. I ain't gonna lie. I like Jack Harlow's album.
I'm just saying, all the people out of here. It's a lot of niggas that didn't drop music. All
Moneybagg Yo
drops. All the niggas that's supposed to potential.
NBA YoungBoy dropped 3 albums. 3.
Ain't no. So it ain't no bubble ring. It's top niggas dropping. It just underwhelming. That ain't Drake's fault. What Drake gonna do? What Drake? What can he do about that? He can't make niggas. He can't write their music to make the shit better.
That's just because black people always trying to tear each other down, and yet they call themselves the true children of God. No
Well, I mean,
competition.
children
Easy
of
dub
God
for
is
Drake.
getting cursed. So what are we talking about? It's a whole. If you gonna spit stuff, bro, make sure you gonna stay on point with stuff, man. Don't just say stuff and you trigger me when you do shit like that.
Okay. But anyways, yeah, I mean, we see Drake's supposed to be dropping this weekend. Obviously, if Drake's dropping, you know you gotta be here. We're gonna be here on the channel. I know Warder's gonna go live, so I don't know what Warder trying to do with us. He trying to compete. It's up to him, you know, because I can't listen to it on Warder shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. I gotta have it set up. Cause your shit gonna sound out icky and scratchy, and I'm gonna listen to it. I'm like, oh, this Drake shit is trash. Then I'm gonna get into the car. This is gonna sound amazing, and I'm gonna be mad. So if Drake's dropping, we'll be here. Um, Wardu, maybe we can figure out. Maybe we can. I'll send the link to you, and you can put it on your YouTube page. I think they got like a thing where you can like put your YouTube page on, you know, link it to your shit, and you can do it on yours as well. But I gotta play it through my system. But anyways, if the For Dogs comes out this week, it'll be good. I seen. Like I'm not really. I don't really have too much expectations for the shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not expecting. Is it gonna be Take Care? I know that's being kind of framed that way, but I ain't gonna put no expectations on it. It'll just come out. I'll listen. I seen he got, like you said, he got a song with Bad Bunny on there. Am I excited about a Bad Bunny record? No, I mean I don't really like. It doesn't make me like, oh my god, I gotta hear it. It's like, it's okay, whatever. He said he got a Nicki Minaj feature. I'll be interested in that. But he did say, or they made it seem like, or she made it seem like Ellie Goulding was gonna be on the album. The last time Ellie Goulding and Drake had a record was on Nothing Was the Same. And that record, what was that? Pound Cake. That was the record with Ellie Goulding on it. So, and Paris More music too. So maybe we'll get like that type of vibe on this album. If it is Nothing Was the Same type of vibe, then obviously, um,
I think it's gonna be a
it'll be a
mix of
good
all
one.
his old. I think it might. Besides maybe like Take Care. I think he's gonna be in that era of like you said, views to Take Care. So nothing was the same. All that.
Ba, ba, ba. Afro beats and piano are up next. I don't. I know they keep trying to push that narrative, but I wouldn't say they're. I wouldn't say that it's next. Like I know I say rap's gonna be dead, but I feel like the people are gonna start dropping music and they're gonna put out quality. I just don't know if I think Afrobeat's gonna take over America. Maybe internationally, okay, I'm not gonna dispute internationally, but like I'm talking about specifically in America. I don't know if it's gonna take over. You might have a couple artists that come over here and do good. You get a Burner Boy, you get a Rimmer, get a song, but like as far as like them niggas dropping albums and be like, this is the best album I heard in America this year. I don't know if that's gonna happen. Like I might get some feel good shit. Niggas want to play at the brunches and the cookouts, but I don't know if it's gonna be like a complete takeover of Afro beats artists,
Yeah, I
Nigerian
highly
African
doubt it.
artists. I just don't see that really happening.
Maybe we don't have our some of like the top dudes that we expect to be dropping hits like that, but they're gonna always be some young dudes having hits. They're gonna always be some hits that come out of nowhere from rap that's gonna keep rap going. Rap ain't never needed to um like I don't know how you say it, like, but rap ain't never had to be embraced by the whole nation. Rap ain't never had to be embraced by every culture to be popular. Like black people and the few
I can see that.
outsiders, the black people and a few outsiders that's out there, like that's all rap need, and that's all it's gonna ever need. So I don't see that going anywhere. As long as it's a demographic for that, it's gonna be hits going and coming. So
Okay, they saying J. Cole on the album. Rumors is Frank
that'll be
Ocean on the
fucking
album.
great.
Frank Ocean on the album. Here comes FBA. D. I'm not even, you know me. This is a side note. That Trick Nasheed shit was so corny. He really tried to like sow some like black immigrant American division. Like, why would they not be excited about their country potentially winning, and then when their country loses, be like, damn, we lost. Like that just didn't make it. Like the way he tried to frame that, I just thought that was not a little
Even if they
corny.
didn't like Shakira Richardson, who cares? That ain't got
You
shit to
know,
do with like how they look at like if there's a problem between Africa and Jamaica and Black Americans, that don't mean that was like the best example of that, bro. It's
yeah. There's
sports.
probably plenty of other examples to show
It's
for
it's
that.
plenty of niggas that I cheer against and they just look just like me. Look just like me. That shit ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
Fine though, he can't handle competition. He fold just like the goddamn. Why you say nothing? Why you be going that water? He didn't even say nothing to you. That's crazy.
Nah, they actually talking about me.
No, I know that he can't handle the competition part is about you. But I'm talking about the pussy drop mic nigga. It's like
Oh, I
goddamn.
ain't
Why?
even see that part.
It's like goddamn. Um, but see that's the thing. See that's the thing, Trail. You talking spicy on the chat, but you never spicy on the mic. That's the issue. But anyways, uh, I doubt it. People need money. Most of these artists are don't know music, just the music. Americans be cheering for Usain Bolt for years. Yeah, we was going crazy for Usain Bolt when the motherfucker was, even when he was racing against like Tyson Gay and shit like that. It was like, oh shit,
Exactly.
Usain Bolt about to fucking Usain Bolt about to
Ain't
run
nobody give
like
a fuck about Tyson Gay.
at all. Justin Gatlin, all of it was like, hey, Usain Bolt about to run. Let's get it, baby. So, anyways, yeah, I see Johnny Gabbett says rap is gonna become more niche. I don't know. I don't know.
I
I mean,
mean,
we
that's
we know we know it's not
it's
any
all.
young stars to replace so far. We've seen the Drake, Kendrick, Cole types, the Futures. I always leave Future out, but even like I don't even feel like for the young niggas, I don't even feel like there's a. I mean, there was like Lil Baby was gonna be that, but shit, niggas done turn on Lil Baby so quick. It's like can't even give him a chance to debate. They turn on the Baby so quick. They turn on Roddy Rich after another album. Like the guys that had the potential to be not necessarily I'm gonna call these niggas Drake and Kendrick, but to be something they dropped something that wasn't as great as their last year. It's like, oh, they're done, they're washed, get them out of here, wrap them up. It's like, y'all didn't even give niggas a chance to like drop music without just pushing them out the door. You're done. Like Roddy Rich, you gave me one of the best albums in a while. Peace Against Being Antisocial was a great project, had multiple hits. You drop an album that's not on par with that, not as many hits, obviously. It's like, you're done. Get them out of here. It's like, God damn. But that's people's fault, in my opinion.
And you know what else? Like, I think two things could be like separate but true. Like, even with the Roddy Rich, like not selling, like just because people on Twitter talking shit or saying all this different stuff, they don't mean the person's actually dead or like irrelevant. I just think when you see his numbers, you can kind of make that correlation. But I think it could be bad rollouts and other stuff that kind of plague that more than just like people say he done and he done. Cause I feel like a lot of these people on Twitter be loud, just like when it be a person that got all the fans in the world, when they album drop, it ain't no sales. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like some of that shit could kind of get distorted. Like when he said it's a niche, like it's always been a niche like thing. Like it's never been like accepted by everybody. Even the mainstream rap is a certain type of mainstream rap that really get accepted over all of the rap period. So when we being honest with this conversation, there's nothing wrong with that. And I think rap gonna be just fine. Like I the last couple of weeks I've been driving in the Uber and there'll be like a black dude just playing random music, bro. And I hear dudes, I'm like, bro, this dude is super talented. And it'd be some dudes I ain't really know or heard of. And it's like, bro, it's gonna be somebody that's gonna come up and make a spark. And I don't know if this is gonna be a Drake wave or not, because let's be real, maybe that's something we can't really expect ever again. Like Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, Michael Jackson, all these type of niggas, like they one of a kind in their own kind of field. So who knows when we may not get it to another 5 or 10 years, but that don't mean rap gonna be like dead. That don't mean that, like in my mind,
I ain't
because it's
gonna lie.
plenty.
If you ain't got a couple superstars, your shit might be dead, low key.
I don't think so. Because I just think
I feel
like
like country music now, they got a couple They got Luke Combs going big, Morgan Wallen. Taylor Swift always been there, but she kind of more like in the pop lane towards a later career. And now look, country music, they're making a comeback, man. I mean, it's only them two niggas really at the top, and the new guy, whoever just randomly went viral and he got number one. But you know, I don't know. Cause you gotta think if it's not these big like if it's not Drake, Future, Kendrick, Cole, and it's like you got Lil Baby. I'm gonna be excited for Lil Baby album. I'm gonna be excited for Lil Durk album. But are they gonna elevate rap music as far as fan base
let's
and status to another
2000.
level?
Let's go to 2011 when Drake and these guys, J. Cole's was just coming out. Who was the headliners of rap?
Kanye.
Who else?
I don't know. I gotta look. I'm gonna just look up 2011 rap albums that came out. Watch the Throne came out in 2011. Take Care obviously came out. So okay, that I mean Drake Take
Wait,
Care was like
2011 was Take Care. Let's go back even
yeah,
further. Then let's go like 2009.
2009. But then
Like when
2009, you talking about You got let me see. I mean, Jay-Z dropped the album that year. Let me see. This is the top 25 albums that year according to this thing. So it's Fabulous, Loso's Way drop, Method Man and Redman drop, Tech Nine dropped Psychology, some shit. Okay, I'm looking for some like mainstream niggas. Jada Kiss drop, Clips drop, Jay Dilla. The fuck is that? Did somebody join? Oh, you popped out.
What the fuck?
I don't know, it popped you out.
Okay.
I'm trying to okay, let's give me these niggas. But Kate, they got two Tech Nine albums in the top 25 albums 2009.
Like 2009, 2010, Drake wasn't a superstar yet. J. Cole wasn't a superstar yet. I think Big Sean might have been around. He wasn't a superstar yet. Meek Mill wasn't a superstar yet.
2009, J. Cole dropped the warm up.
That's what I'm saying. Like they was around, but they weren't superstars yet.
Kid
And I
Cudi
feel like
dropped
rap,
Men on the Moon.
Cudi wasn't a superstar. And I feel like rap was just fine. Like Jay-Z, like, yeah, he was cool, but he even at that time, he wasn't like Drake of this era right
Wayne
now.
dropped
Like,
No Ceilings. Come on, man. Wayne dropped No Ceilings.
Wayne was the clear superstar of that era, obviously. I
Jay-Z
knew Wayne was
dropped
gonna be there.
Blueprint 3.
Blueprint 3 was a good
Zero
album.
dropped Cocaine. Probably his best album. Y'all niggas don't know Zero.
But I'm just saying, you didn't need a bunch of superstars to carry your era because it had just good quality music all around too. That's all I'm saying. Like I think it's maybe we have a down era where it's not.
Rick Ross dropped Deep in the Rap that year.
And y'all, like y'all said, Ross not a superstar or some shit.
Who said we just okay.
I don't know what we said. I said honestly, I
think
don't
we
remember.
said he's not. I think we said he's not bigger than like he wasn't bigger than T.I. or something like that. Whenever
Nah, it was something to deal with a tier he was supposed to be in. I don't know what tier I.
Oh yeah, I don't think he was a super. Yeah, because I was trying to really pinpoint what a superstar actually is.
And I don't think we got a bunch of them type of dudes right now to be by any means, but I do think it could be some up and coming dudes in the next couple of years. Because let's be real, we still gonna have some. We're gonna have some quality music come out. We still got Drake. We still got Future.
Still got Cole. My thing is, if they say we're retiring,
they're gonna give us at least 5 more years.
No, see, I'm saying if they said 2023 is all of our collectively Drake, Kendrick, Cole, Future, insert any even shit. Meek, y'all know Meek shit kind of whatever. Spencer Payne wasn't that great, but whatever. Big any of these, they're done. Drop no more music. The big if none of them drop anymore, the biggest music would be the biggest artist in hip hop would be Travis Scott. That'd be the biggest artist in rap if all those guys cease to exist. Do you think Travis is, exceptional enough to really carry the torch for rap for about his pretty much as a superstar on his own?
No, I don't think so. But when the last time we had a 2018 since Warder, brought that up? Like we feel like every year just strong albums. Like I think it's okay to have a year or two where it's not just the greatest albums ever in the world.
I would say 2020 was a good year. I say, Lil Baby, My Turn, Uzi, Eternal Take, Polo G, The GOAT. And I'm talking about mainstream shit. Metro Boomin and 21 Savage with Savage Mode 2. Pop Smoke dropped Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon. You Like High Off Life by Future. Detroit 2 drop. Whole Lot of Red drop. It was a lot of shit that people like Blame It on Baby, Dark Lane Demos. Top by Emmitt Youngboy, which I did like that album. Pluto by Baby Pluto came out. Time Server.
They don't sound like the greatest year.
It's way better than this year.
So far, yeah.
I mean, this year damn near over.
But I'm just saying, like, nobody was like rap was dead that year, and it wasn't just superstar.
But also that was COVID, and then also Juice WRLD he died, dropped Legends Never Die. Like those albums right there, just My Turn, Eternal Take, Legends Never Die, Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon, Savage Mode 2, The GOAT by Polo G, like.
Yeah,
Meet the Woo too. Like those were as far as
it's not
guys,
superstars though.
But those were young guys who were like leaning into their potential to be great. There's nobody this year besides the new women that are leaning into potential to be great. And those people definitely ain't none of these people when they was dropping them albums back then. Hell no way.
I think the goalposts have been moved a little bit. I agree with you. They not those type of dudes right now. The dudes that they were back then ain't. But what I feel like the goalposts moving because we was like rap need to be carried by superstars. That year wasn't carried by superstars. It was carried by good young talent that just dropped quality music. I think hip hop always gonna have some quality dudes coming up that's gonna be able to do that. We just gotta wait maybe a year or so. Like, but I feel like that's possible. But even then, we got 21. We got Roddy. You got people that's out there that still
I feel
drop
like Twitter
quality
started to
music.
turn on 21 Savage. I'm starting to see shit like
Bro, fuck
21
Twitter. We
Savage.
talking about just good music
That's
though. That's what I
but
just said. That you can't
that's
really
what
correlate
happens.
that
These
to
niggas
that.
tell me Lil Baby she was trash. Like it wasn't my turn, but it wasn't trash. But I was saying the perception is everything.
Not
The
really.
perception, yeah, bro. The perception is
How much he
everything.
sold?
If niggas think he sold a lot, but
That's
niggas
what
like
I'm
Wardo.
saying.
But my
Like,
thing is like niggas like Wardo in social media tell you like this nigga's trash and he's done for. He's
but
no good.
that's and then there's other people that's gonna say Lil Baby great as fuck. Like Lil Baby a top dude. They gonna
Well,
argue
them
till
niggas
you
need to
blue
be a
in the
little bit
face.
louder. Them niggas
But
need to be a little bit
that's the
louder.
thing. I was just me and DK was talking about this. Like, why is Roddy Ricch getting hate? It's so weird. But it's like, bro, everybody have haters. Drake had haters that was loud as fuck. When I was a Drake fan, bro, I thought everybody was like Johnny and niggas was like, oh, this nigga just a light skinned soft nigga. But it couldn't be because when I play some music, this nigga know all the songs. Flying Low know all the songs. Like, it's gonna be niggas that's hating, but still like these niggas still listening to this shit. So it's like I hear him, but then again, I only respect that to a degree because if a Roddy Ricch drop a good album, which like I thought his last album was good, I forget the name of it, but the black album, it was mostly black on the cover. It was like in
I
a,
forgot what it's called.
it's kind of blurry or whatever. I like that album. Like, like you said, you like the Quavo album. It only did 30K, but just because it only did 30K don't mean rap band have a good year. Like if it was a truly a good album. Like, and I think that's
Well, I'm saying to be to be
okay.
the mainstream, like Quavo album doing 30K ain't gonna keep hip hop as the prominent music genre. Is what I'm saying. Like, yeah, it'll be. Well, I like that album. That was good. Niggas say they like Killer Mike. So I'm not saying that ain't good music.
How prominent is it when we not selling as much as these other people?
No, hip hop's still the prominent music genre. I think.
In our era,
Well,
in
not
our
right now.
bubble,
Not right now. Not right now. Not right now. I said country music and the Latin niggas. They are, as far as like global appeal, they're the top niggas.
But pop always been higher than rap as far as
No,
sales.
it hasn't.
It hasn't.
You might have like one person, like Taylor Swift, maybe. And
Adele,
maybe Adele. That's two people.
Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran don't sell that well. He do
when,
well
when
like
he first
concerts.
came out.
He ain't doing 300, 400, 500, 600K. Shit like that.
I just thought maybe I'm wrong. I didn't know rap was that dominant.
It'd be a couple pop niggas that sell like crazy. And then, they'll have, but that's because I feel like they gatekeep more. Like they're like, we're going to push out our top fucking people. We're not going to just let anybody and everybody, like rap, like you got 3 albums that come out every week. You feel like 4 or 5 albums from names that people know. He's dropping a single, he's dropping 3 singles. That's how shit go. Before Taylor and it was basically just a Timberlake.
Let me ask this then. How many hits you think a year we need? Because you named about 8 quality albums of 2020 and 2021, about 8 to 10, which is a good number. Like that's a good year. How many hits you think a year needs? Because I remember last year we had the Super. No, I'm just we're gonna talk this out because last year we had Super Gremlin, we had a good quality. We had some shit with DJ Khaled. He had a couple hits. Drake had a couple hits. Dirk had a couple hits. So I guess like I'm just thinking like what should we be looking for in a year? Because I felt like last year we was kind of shitting on the year till we got to look at it the whole. At the end of the year, we got to look at the whole thing. It was like, you know what? It was a good year. I just feel like, damn, it is August.
I'm looking at
August. I'm looking at the
bro. The
it is August.
Like even if we're talking about strictly music for 2020, we're talking about singles. Because you brought up singles. Like if you look at 2020, this is a COVID year too. So you got, and I'm just naming these are hit records regardless if you like them or not. So that doesn't really matter. You got Laugh Now Cry Later, which popped off Dirk shit. To be honest, let's be honest. You got Life Is Good. You got Savage. You got WAP. You got What's Poppin'. You got Rockstar. You got The Bigger Picture. You got Deep Reverence. You got We Paid. You got Emotionally Scarred. Even like I said, this one, Sweetie, that tapping song with Sweetie. If you like it or not, that was a good song for her. Rags to Riches with Raw Wave, great record. 3-Headed Goat, Took Her to the O. Drinking and Smoking. Where we at? Where am I? I'm trying to find some shit that I really know. Like some of these songs other niggas probably know. Something to Prove, Yes Sir Ski. That's not new. That's some old shit. But yeah, you need some records, man. Lemonade was a big record with the mainstream Don Toliver. So
No,
I don't
I
think
hear
this
you.
album has that many.
Yeah, this year is a little. I hear you. It's hard to argue. I was just saying, like maybe I thought 21 still dropping. I think J Cole still dropping. I heard some names still that's supposed to be
No,
dropping, but
the back end of this year, like, could be heavy. Like, depending on what happened with Polo G, and he's got arrested, I think, today. Depending on what happened with that, Raw Wave and him are dropping the same day. That could be good. But like I said, I feel like the way people look at these guys, they're not going to be what they were once looked at or once were as when it was 2020. Like, niggas tell me last year Raw Wave shit wasn't that good. And I was like, I mean, it's not like a good Raw Wave out to me, but that's just me. So, mm,
no, I hear you. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna die though. I
2022.
think we could have a down year or two while niggas get their shit together, and we still gonna have some quality in those years, even when it's a down year. And when it get back to dudes being on top of their game, there's nothing you can compete with. Like as much as y'all want to talk about these Afro and Latin shit, it ain't competing with rap, bro. When rap at the top of this game, it's just not. Especially with how rap is so evolved now from rap R&B type shit to rap rock type shit to rap experimental type shit, bro. There's nothing you can do. Even with the Rush, bro. I'm listening to that Rush album. Like the nigga sing, he have like this good little singing portion in the first like 30 seconds, bro, and then he'll get the spitting. Like, bro, some it's, that's some shit that I'm sorry, like certain other music is only one dimensional to me compared to like rap. So
Yeah.
that's just how I see it. Just like in that, I mean, we go into the history because people been talking about this Busta Rhymes shit and or where what rap getting influenced by and stuff like that. But it makes sense, bro. Like rap come from something like blues and all these different things. It spawned from this shit that we've been having. So when you talk about rap being um this thing that's hard to compete with, it makes sense, bro. Rap is poetry. Rap could be club music along with some deep shit, bro. It's too dimensional to be like some other type of music can compete with it. I'm sorry. Even if it's some great R&B shit, I don't think it's competing with rap, bro. Because I can get a great person on my hook and then I can speed it up with some good bars. Like it just rap. I think right now or in general is the best form of music when you really want to break down like sound, feeling, and stuff like that. The high quality versions of it, at least.
Yeah.
Like I don't like as much as you love a Taylor Swift shit, one dimensional to a degree, if you ask me. Yeah, but I ain't about to sit up here and just dive deep in her shit. But
I mean, yeah, that's what it is, man. So it's not a great, it's not a great year. No way you can really slice it. But
artists being too accessible, hurting themselves. I think artists need to be more accessible in the right ways. They're accessible in all the dumb ways. They're accessible in the um easy media platforms to be on. They on Twitter, they tweeting, they making clips and shorts saying dumb shit, doing dumb shit. Like they're not doing interviews, they're not doing even with the baby. Like he got the hate wave on him, but guess what? He gonna keep dropping fire ass videos, and that shit gonna turn the tide. Like that's one thing about it too. I think Draken had this hate. I think Big Sean keep having hate from people that just kind of shit on him, but they keep dropping, bro, and they have a hit every once in a while. I heard you name Deep Reverence, they'll still be able to be relevant where they fans still fuck with them. They still have a little media buzz. Even if I remember, like I think some of his music was playing in the NBA Finals. Big Sean, if I'm not mistaken. Um, I'm almost 100% sure on
I
that,
think it
but
was it Wolves. I don't know. Some I know what you're talking about.
yeah,
Some
but
from that album was
yeah,
playing.
so
Yeah,
it's like they still get that clout, but you got to keep dropping through that hate. And I think Roddy Rich would be just fine if he keep playing his shit and doing his thing. I think of Rod Ways, they'll be just fine, but they gonna have that hate, bro. Every artist had it. It's just some artists push through it, some don't.
Deep Reverence is the best song off that. Yeah, it might be. But yeah, I don't really want to get into it too much. We already done eviscerated the nigga on the group chat, so I don't even want to really get into the 2018 shit. So maybe we'll just leave it alone. I wanted to do it live because, like I said, on the thing, like I like it's so easy to put water in the knots. Pause. That sounds crazy, but I'll let him slide. Wardo, you put out your list of 2018 albums. It's wrong, but salute to you. He said get into it. He wants us to. He want free promo.
Mm-mm. That's a
If
lot
we
of
if
different
we, if I
topics to
do
get
talk
into.
about it, yeah, as I say, if I did talk about it, it had to be like very briefly, like 5 minutes, and that's it. But I gotta briefly. I don't even know. I'm not gonna say necessarily what's wrong with it. I just think that Victory Lap shouldn't be 26. Like in no realm do I think a Lil Yachty album should ever be above Victory Lap, or Victory Lap should be way down at number 20 something. I just think that's crazy. But like I said, you have your opinion. That's your favorite. You listen to those albums more than Victory Lap. Cool. You think Invasion of Privacy is better than Victory Lap? I just don't see. You got it. You got it, brother. Lit. That's like Cardi. What's his name? Playboy Cardi above Victory Lap. You got it, brother. That's what you listen to. That's what you listen to. Anyways, what else we got?
Oh, man, we got to get some good topics. Let me see. Fresh and fit. We getting into them.
Ooh. Your boys, man. What do you think? That's your people. You supporting them. You was riding hard for them in the beginning. What happened? What's going on, man?
Hey, man.
Is the red pill is the mainstream? I mean, not because Flying Logan gonna come. We've been doing this since 2012. Like, not the mainstream red pill shit. Is that wave about to? Has it been oversaturated? Now is it about to die?
I think that's two different questions as far as what's happening with them versus the red pill and how that may be perceived. But I guess them being the face of it is a big knock of it because it's like if something happens to them, people gonna automatically try to
They're gonna pivot. Like,
put
oh,
put
if
put
they
it
got
all
it,
together. They gonna blur the lines and make it seem like it's all the same. And with them, bro, it's just they fell to the error of their ways, which I mean that's Murphy Law. What the worst can happen will happen. And I mean, at the end of the day, shit, I don't have any pity to them because I feel like they were careless. They were had a lot of ego in the way that they move as far as um going outside of the lines of what red pill kind of is. And I mean, it's levels to red pill when it comes to like, speaking on the truth. Maybe you can speak on tribalism, maybe you can speak on racism and stuff like that. But they didn't take them conversations nearly as serious as they talked about a woman maybe cheating on you and you need to check her phone or call a bitch while you're in front of her. They joked around them type of topics and shit like that, and they was careless. They invited old dude up that was a race baiter. I forget Nick Fuentes. They did the monkey shit. After already knowing that they've been kind of judged for that as well, so it's like that's stupid as well. It's just you think you're untouchable.
they just flew
People
too
are
close to
already
the sun.
people already tried to get you out of there with the jokes with the I don't date the Midnight Blacks or some shit, whatever the joke was or whatever.
Night
But
Rider.
Night Rider, that's what it was. So you already told the line they wore the Ku Klux Klan hat and shit like that, and it's like maybe because they thought they were black, they were untouchable, but it was just careless. And I'm happy it happened to them so they could be humble to a degree, even if they, whatever happens to them. But
I already they like what he says the defrag like they channel. It's not even that they got the channel. I mean the shit that nigga was crying on the thing because he was like he acting like he got a channel deleted. Shit, that was probably a big stream income. But like I feel like for guys like that, when you have people that are so willing to give you support through money, I feel like you'll be alright. Like I feel like they have the type of fan base that you could activate to do like monthly subscriptions or move to Rumble and donate over. Like, I don't know. I feel like they have that ability. Like the people that watch them every night, the 12, 15, 20,000 people, like if they say, hey, go to Rumble, they'll go because they do it every night. They'll go on YouTube for a little bit and say, hey, now we're going to Rumble full time. Come on over. And then they just go on over. So I don't know. Maybe as far as discoverability wise, like maybe gaining new fans, it might be harder for them. But I don't know. Because like I said, they can still stream on YouTube. They just can't get money
yeah,
from YouTube.
and they're
And my
gonna
nigga's like, what's the point of being on here if I can't get no money from here?
and they're gonna flip it as much as they can as far as being like, oh, look what they doing to us. They're gonna try to ignore that racist shit that the reason, them getting kicked off and all the other type of
Yeah.
stuff. So they're gonna get a big portion to it. And this, I feel like I can respect somebody if they, like whatever, like if they doing their thing in their lane. But when you start Doja Catting and shit to me, like, bro, that's when I stop not fucking with you. That's when I start losing respect to you. And like Doja Cat may be a great artist, but bro, she Doja Catted it up with them chats, bro. And I never respect her after that. And people forget about it. I don't know how she became popular, but I think black people
Make good
supporting her
music,
is
man.
asinine, bro. It's asinine because like that shit was.
I don't think her support mainly come from black people though.
I know, but I know it's a lot of black women that like support her and shit. It's like, bro, I know y'all heard about that shit because that was a main conversation before she really got big like that. Then she started doing the move bitch shit. Like that bitch always been weird,
They
bro.
voted for Joe Biden. What do you expect?
Yeah, I mean that's cool in itself, but then I mean a woman just being on platform with people that's like clearly like racist, like y'all in one breath y'all hate Fresh and Fit, but in the same breath y'all can listen to Doja Cat. What the fuck? That shit weird.
Yeah.
Devil worshiping bald headed bitch.
Damn. Can we get flying low opinion on this? I need to hear an opinion from a real red pill nigga. Okay. I didn't even see all that at the end. But anyways, Tory's actions weren't proven and without a reasonable doubt. I mean, according to the jury, they were. But oh yeah, look at the. Oh yeah, speaking of Tory Lanez, that little soft ass Tory Lanez fan pages. This motherfucker make one comment. They commented to me. You said something to me. I responded to you. I said he could be capping. They said, "Don't you think he could have took a plea deal for 27 months? Why would a guilty person go to trial and try to fight the innocent?" I said, "That happens every fucking day. People do that all the time." And then they block. I go back to see got the you said something or whatever. I was like, this person blocked me. I was like, what they even say nothing disrespectful. I just said that is a dumb argument that happens every day. Like people who are guilty go to fight in trials every single day. So that wasn't a good point they tried to land on. If this is the Tory Brigade, he's in trouble. He's in trouble. If these are his strongest warriors, Tory's in trouble. I ain't gonna lie to
Hey
you.
man, that's every fan page.
This can't be his strongest warriors fighting for the umbrellas. I haven't
Nah, I
seen
would
they had a
say
I haven't seen they had a thing going on in New York today. This was like 6:45. Get your free Tory. I wonder how that little fiasco's going right now in New York.
yeah, I feel like yeah, I mean I know you being funny, but nah, they not his biggest defenders. He got Milagro, he got big gun, he got big dogs on campus. He even got the
He
likes
got
of Joe
you.
Budden speaking up for him. I ain't on that
Joe
level.
Budden ain't really. He kind of
But
like
I think
innuendo and being like he ain't standing on shit like Milagro and them niggas standing on shit.
nah, he ain't breaking down no transcripts, but he ain't made it clear what he believe, and I think that says a lot, especially in this day and age.
Why he's a you know what I'm saying?
A
He just
pandering
doesn't
nigga,
he
Joe.
does
Out of all
nah, he
niggas,
said fuck it. He's like,
nah,
all right,
nah.
I done beat on these women all these times. Y'all gonna keep calling me woman beater. Fuck it. I'm a down that hill.
Yeah, I mean maybe, but I seen Joe Budden pander plenty of times to the women. So for him to do this, feel
He don't
like
like the
just
way Megan Thee Stallion did his friend. That's what he said.
oh shit. Well, maybe it's a personal thing, but I don't know.
Y'all know what Trump is coming. Oh, I don't know what time he's coming to Georgia. He just fousey too with less. Hold on, what's that? He just fousey too with less money. I'm good on commenting on Bryce Red Pill awareness till I debate him. Yeah, what
What
would
is
y'all
that a
even debate
debate?
about? What would y'all even debate about? Like,
Fun Love be making up
what
arguments
would be
now.
like? What if y'all were to actually do a debate? What would the debate be?
I'm all for it,
What would the debate be like?
but I don't know the
What's
premise.
the true place of a man and woman? Like, what would the debate even? I don't know what y'all would even debate.
Me either.
These Tory defenders quick to block. They some sensitive MFers. Probably was that soft. Okay, he's just going crazy. All Tory deep thrusters be quick to block. Okay. Jesus Christ, Joe Budden is all right. He don't fuck with you, trailers. Nigga don't fuck with you. That's just what it is. Joe Budden said it, so it must be true. He did a song with Tory Lanez, How the Red Pill Shouldn't Have Been for the Mainstream. Oh.
I ain't gonna lie, it's been peaceful not having a nag. It's just been
You just get
peaceful.
on Twitter and it's just like
A regular day. I ain't gotta worry about a nigga trying to impress somebody, make somebody laugh, make a joke out
being
of something. It's just,
contrarian.
it's just regular life, bro. Just minding my business, scrolling, posting,
I ain't gonna lie to the
retweeting.
group chat be a little like, where my nigga trail in the group chat? Where he had to cause a little chaos, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, you could always create another group chat.
I can't. I told that nigga to make a new Twitter so I can add him.
That's hilarious.
He said, I don't want to
He ain't
be.
like he
I
only
don't.
got 30
I don't want
followers
to. I don't
anyways.
want to be where I'm not wanted. Shut up, nigga. Make another Twitter.
That nigga say I'm emotional. That
Be
nigga
careful,
complaining like a
Flanlo. Once you
bitch.
beat him in the debate, he might block you. That nigga hold on there forever. But anyways, speaking of Trump,
Sound like a spiteful woman.
Trump's supposed to be getting indicted, or he's already been indicted, but he's supposed to be getting charged, fingerprinted, mugshotted tomorrow in Georgia. Obviously, during the election or after the election, he was calling the Secretary of State, telling him, "Hey, see what you can do, brother. Move a couple votes around." So they hit him with a RICO charge. Him and I think 18 other people. Some of the people like Rudy Giuliani, former New York City mayor. He's already got his photo out there. He already went and turned himself in, and obviously got released quickly. But what do you think about Trump? Like every time he's been indicted already, they didn't do no mug shots. They didn't make him do no fingerprint. Now Georgia, like, no, you're taking a mug shot. We're gonna fingerprint you,
But what though?
and we're gonna put it out for the RICO,
What's the RICO?
trying to overturn the election
Why would Georgia want to arrest him for that?
because he called Georgia Secretary of State, like, hey, you know, find some votes.
Mm.
So that's what's happening with Trump. I mean, the only thing I think is like, obviously, I think it's because it's Trump. I feel like anybody else, they wouldn't really be going that hard. Like they don't want Trump to win. Obviously, even with this, even you see like mask mandates starting to pop back up. It's like, oh, how convenient. Elections coming around the corner. Mask mandates are popping back up. What's really going on here? What's the thing? I saw Alex Jones tweet about 3 days ago. He said I talked to a high level TSA supervisor. Mask mandates are coming back to America, and I start seeing Hollywood's bringing back mask mandates. COVID surging from Canada coming down to America, and you know we'll see. That shit
On
just
a
looks like
scale of 1 to 10, how angry you think Trail is right now on the keyboard? I just see a nigga furiously typing, just like, yeah, I gotta get him. I gotta upset him.
You
like,
fucking blocked me, you piece of shit. He's upset. It's okay. Like, sometimes I tried to keep the family close, but sometimes people are meant to mesh, Some people just, need to go their separate ways. As long as you still got me on your side, man, you're good, man. Now once I get tired of you, that's when you might need to be
find some
worried.
more social media friends.
I ain't gonna lie though. I ain't gonna bullshit you. I ain't gonna bullshit you. Y'all do make a good point. I have felt more free. It's been more fun just making videos and just putting out videos than being alive and having, you know what I'm saying? Like it just feels more, I don't know. It's like I'm gonna sit here, I'm be able to focus on the video I want to make, and I'm just gonna upload it, and I'm not gonna be live, and it's cool though. Oh, I did hit 2,000 subscribers as well, so salute to that. And even like I just did the whatchamacallit. I just ran the study. I was like, okay, let me upload videos for a month, and I upload the videos, and I gained like 600 subscribers that month. And let me go live. Like most of my videos go live, and then cut them up and do that, and see how that works. And that month didn't go as well as the other month, so it just makes more sense to do that. Blaming Trail for you not focusing. I mean, I can't do it right now. Like when y'all are talking in the chat, I just gotta read the chat, and it be throwing me off. I just want to be able to do it.
Nigga say, I ain't angry, but I got smoked. Nigga, I don't know you. You're weird.
But that's the only thing. That's the only thing about Trail is like he won't keep that same energy on the ticker, like in the stream. He won't have the same energy. It'll be like mice mute. And it's like, and even like Wardu has power in the chat. He does. He has power in the chat. Like he'll chat it up. But as soon as you put that nigga on the screen and you put that nigga in the blender, he start changing topics. He start, okay, it's just my opinion. Let's move on. He start doing all that. That's the thing. I like niggas that can act the same in the chat as they do when they on the live. When I troll Wardu in his live, I do the same thing when I'm in the chat, the same thing when I'm on the stage. These niggas are two different niggas on the stage, man. You can't be two different niggas on the stage. But yeah, that's it for that. Salute to y'all though. Y'all my guys, though, But I just had to say that. What else we got, man? What else is on the docket for tonight? Tonight is not gonna be no 4-hour stream.
No bullshit. I mean, we touched on the mask mandates to a degree. talked about Fresh and Fit, got talked about War Do shit. I think just something that's been a topic of discussion. American news as far as the Maui fires. I mean fires, the different conspiracies, and even outside of the conspiracy, just the lack of help, just the lack of urgency, um, and just like the ironic or just the laughable nature of it, just how we send billions of dollars to Ukraine. I think we had 120, 140 billion dollars sent to Ukraine, and then they got $700 a person. It's just laughable, man. It just shows like you'll see some of the people there. It's like, man, I've been paying taxes here for years, and that shit didn't mean nothing, bro. It
Yeah,
just
that's
remind
crazy.
me.
When you look at it, it says we have sent we have already dispersed over 8.5 million to residents of Maui, but we've sent 100 billion to Ukraine. That's crazy.
Yeah, and it's like it remind me of I mean, it remind me of a couple different things. Like you working at a job, and then all of a sudden, like you've been there 20, 30 years, all of a sudden the 401k not there. Or just like how a bunch of people get social security taken out of that shit, but that shit probably won't be there for you when you get older. Like it's just like that shit really does hit home when you start to see these type of things that happen and take effect. Or even with the homeless population, I'm sure there's a lot of old homeless people that didn't get a lot of benefits and getting taken care of like they should have because of certain jobs and layoffs and all these other recessions and housing things and crises and stuff. And I'm sure the American people been do a bailout in a sense, like how we bailing out Ukraine, we bailed out the bank several times. Like, but what about the people? Like, if y'all can send billions of dollars, like, why you can't just do that to us? Like, wouldn't it be nice to get $700 a week when because of inflation or some shit like that? Or even like outside of regular people. I heard like if a woman right now is making like more than like 300 a week or something, like she can't get help with groceries and stuff no more. Like you need like to really have like damn near no money to get food stamps these days. Like that shit's ridiculous when you think about the way that they're sending the amount of money to other countries. Like before that happened, like it's like okay, it still was crazy because you'll see that type of money being spent on military, and ain't nobody coming to attack us. So it's still been other like loops of like why that shit is crazy, but like it just brings it home when you see that type of money can be spent, but not be focused on America and the people that really need it most. It's just funny, bro. It's crazy. And then this nigga's supposed to the
What's the
Democrats.
conspiracy? I see these
Oh, I
conspiracy
get
niggas
it.
on Twitter. They saying the celebrities burned it down. Why is Oprah house not on fire? Why they paint their houses blue? Like, what's the conspiracy?
So the conspiracies. I mean, it's a conversation, and I really don't even think that's that complex. Like they believe fires were set, whether it was through some laser technology or through just arson. And it was convenient how the mayor was already like doing his best job to try to get this land from off of people. He was putting laws into effect where if this natural disaster happened on this land, then it's we could start rezoning and doing all these other different legal mumbo jumbo where we could start taking this land from people. And this has been land that's been owned from people that's indigenous and so forth that deserve this land, even if they're not indigenous. It's their land, they deserve it, they pay for it, whatever. And the fact that somebody could even be scheming on that type of level is already seems like some like movie type shit. But when you see that those incentives just went in recently, then the fires come like later, and then you start to see that um the dudes like they didn't cut off gas lines or they didn't cut off the electricity, which might help amplify fires. They also didn't sign off the alarms that's meant for just um any type of national tragedy, not just whatever. So it goes deep as far as like I could easily see um people scheming to create a certain devastation and start getting in on property and stuff like that. So that's the simple conspiracy, but then it gets deep into did they use certain technology to um to
I think
create these
someone said
fires.
that China was shooting lasers down the ground. That's what I saw somebody say.
I mean, China could have did it, and it could be some occult wars that's behind. We don't know, but I think it could be as simple as some greedy, rich people that's in America that did it. Like just like when you look in the hood,
these people are urgent, always trying to figure out how to buy people out, and sometimes they do things the right way, or sometimes they lowball people, but they still give them some type of money, so it's okay. But sometimes they find ways to get people out of their homes without really having to pay them anything. Like these people, if they really want to try it, they got the connections and all these other different things. So, and they can pass laws and all these other different things, especially like an area like, let's say like a Fifth Ward, is right next to downtown, and it's a real estate that they could see and change over the future. Like they'll easily do that shit.
I wonder if they looking at like, because I saw like the area that well, one of the areas I saw that got burned down was like by near the beach. So I wonder if it's like the thing would be like, okay, burn this shit down. I'm Hilton. We're gonna buy it. We're gonna just build a bunch of resorts around this motherfucker. Because
Yeah.
he's like, all you houses are fucked. Y'all are gonna sell it because y'all don't want to have to rebuild. Probably don't have the money to rebuild. So we'll give y'all a check. Here's some money. Y'all can go figure out y'all's life over there, and we're gonna build a resort here. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. Like I could see that as a thing. I mean, the governor of Hawaii said that he's gonna block um, sales right now. He says Hawaii governors vowed to keep the land in local people's hands. When Maui rebuilds from a deadly wildfire that incinerated a historic island community, Governor Josh Green said Wednesday that he had instructed the state attorney general to work towards a moratorium on land transactions in Lahaina. He acknowledged the move will likely face legal challenges. My intention from start to
Why
finish is to
though?
make sure that no one is victimized from a land grab, Green said at a news conference. People are right now traumatized. Please do not approach them with an offer to buy their land. Do not approach their families saying they'll be much better off if they make a deal because we are not going to allow it.
Yeah, I mean, a part of the conspiracy, like I said, it's layers to this conspiracy. Oprah's and like quadrupled her land that she had owned from since the fires had happened. Like I said, that's a part of the conspiracy. I can't confirm it. I don't know where you can go look to see where people in logged and bought certain parts of land. I don't even know if paperwork moved that fast. So that's a part of the conspiracy. But I think the deepest conspiracy is some shit that's been going on for a while, and some other forest fires that had some similar things where like how are the trees not burning to char, how is it just the houses, how is it like certain things being missed and stuff like that. And when you look this time with the cars and how they were incinerated, basically melting the fire, like a regular household fire, just like they said with 9/11, which is a big thing. It's like a regular jet fuel won't heat up hot enough and maintain a consistent heat to melt certain beams and frames and things like that of metal, because metal takes such a extreme amount of heat, like molten level amount of heat to be able to melt. So when you see these cars and shit like that melted into the ground, where you can see that the metal was dripping down the street like a flow from a river, or like it was rain or whatever, that definitely looks suspicious, because no regular car should burn like that. Maybe it was some cheap cars, but it was multiple examples of that where it was like that. So it just the car would have had to be made from just aluminum foil down there for that to make sense, in a sense, not this type of steel that we have today. So that was a big part of the conspiracy. And then people like, that's why I think like this world is gonna be so hard to like maintain control and like mind control over people, because it's just so many different scientists and so many different like people that's engineers and like just geeks at their craft that you would have never thought. Like niggas on YouTube, they're like, bro, let me just build the jet craft out of water or whatever. But the reason I'm saying that is because not a jet craft, but nigga built like a repeller out of like just like some dumb shit. Niggas be doing all type of dumb, just weird shit based off like engineering shit. But the reason I'm saying that is because people discovered that you can program a laser to burn on certain wavelengths or colors. Like that's some shit that maybe a nerd was just doing, having fun one day playing with lasers, and he figured that shit out. Then you see the government and different hints and shit like that, and people put information out like that out to at least make people think differently, versus back in the day where, you know, you wouldn't have had those type of people at least having YouTubes and Twitters and stuff like that to get that type of information out. So obviously the shit that's blue not burning up is like, who knows? But I said it is some interesting things that went on with, like I said, the cars catching on fire. And even they said like the people being incinerated, like they said it take a certain level of heat to incinerate a body completely. Like there's like bodies that you basically cannot find and is like completely incinerated, that's not scientifically possible with a normal fire, from what I'm hearing. And even from like, this is more on the conspiracy, like I said, it's layers to the shit. They were saying, why aren't any doors open
on the cars in the, like when you see these cars on the street, why are all the doors closed? Like, didn't nobody try to get out? Like, nobody tried to run? Like, why everybody stayed in the car? Did it happen that fucking fast? So it felt like maybe it could have been like some laser type shit that just stuck people in their car where the cars and doors melted, all that shit, and it just happened instantly. Like, maybe that's possible. But if it was like a fire and they were stuck in traffic, at some point you think people gonna get out and just start running.
It just looked like it happened to. I don't want to say it happened to a small area. The pictures that I keep seeing is of a smaller area, and I seen people was like jumping into the water and all that type of shit. But the weird thing is like one house specifically did not
The
get.
mayor house supposedly, or the governor.
Just Dora Atwater. It doesn't say. I don't know who's that. Dora.
Well, people made it seem like it was the mayor. It could have been a random house that somebody just said it was the mayor or governor, and it wasn't right. But yeah, I did see the one house. Who house it is? That's I don't know. I can't
Whoever
confirm.
Dora Atwater Milk in it. That's who. Yeah, it looks like people saying it looks like it was photoshopped in. Let me just show you it real quick. So this is the only house that everything around it got destroyed, but this house, the only house that
They said there's
survived.
Photoshop.
No, it looks like it was photoshopped, but
Mm.
it's a homeowners Trip Milken and Dora Atwater Wilkin recently renovated the Front Street home, which they purchased in 2021. So homeowners recently renovated the house. The couple completed a number of projects on the property, such as trimming black trees and leaning against the home. Da, da, da. It looks like it's photoshopped in. Tripp said the couple. Yeah, okay. So I don't know. They're from Massachusetts. Oh, they were in Massachusetts when the fire broke out near their home August 8th. The Times Civil Beat reported a day later, friends sent them a photo of their home standing alone among the rest. That's crazy to feel like you see all these like it just I don't like so with this though like it is kind of weird like did the fire just like stop like because you got to look it's on the side of their house and it's behind their house so they just like stop that you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's just so weird. It's just
And
so
also
weird. The
I don't
trees, all that shit, just
see the
weird.
trees are obviously burnt because there's no leaves but I don't
But it shouldn't
understand
even be the wood. Shouldn't even be up. If the
yeah,
whole house burned down, why wouldn't the trees that's wood burn down? That don't make sense. It's the same fucking properties. Especially something that's gonna melt the car. Just like I can see if one tree was standing up, it's multiple trees just up. It's just weird, and it's not the first time a forest fire and been like that where people like questioning and shit. But I can't lie, bro. It's plenty of examples where I can prove to you they already know how to control the weather. It's not really a conversation. So outside of that, I don't know what level of destruction is outside of being able to control the weather. I know they could. I don't know if they can make earthquakes. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I know they can create tsunamis. I know not so much tsunamis. I know they can create hurricanes. I know they can create rain and shit like that. You've seen it from NASA. They literally have a cloud maker. It's you can find it in newspapers where they talk about cloud seeding and stuff like that in the California newspaper and many other different examples of cloud seeding and the principles behind it. You can literally create a cloud in your house if you want to. You can YouTube how to make a cloud in your house. Like they know how to amplify that and make it in real life. So it's not nothing crazy. So being able to flood the country and stuff like that, maybe that shit's possible. Maybe that shit possible. I know they can control weather to a degree though, but I don't know. Is it a laser? Is it just arson? But I know they do have that type of technology and the ability to have destruction. So I don't know. Was it that? Was it just a random forest fire? Is a crazy conversation.
My question would be: has there ever been a forest fire in Maui before this, and what would
And
cause
the fact that it was a hurricane with no rain, like how you got a hurricane to create a fire, which I get it. Like on a safari, I think they say like lightning strike during the thing, and it could see that was Lion King. It was raining outside. I don't know if that's just a bad like some bullshit, but maybe it could happen where a fire happened and it's still raining. That's maybe possible, but I would feel like if it's a hurricane, the level of rain that should be coming in, the fire shouldn't have been that fucking crazy. But I don't know. I don't know where the hurricane was at. I don't know if that was just the initial winds and the hurricane wasn't near yet. Like I don't know. And then people got into the conspiracy where there was like, how did the hurricane completely miss Hawaii, completely miss the other surrounding islands, but hit Maui. Like if you the dude was from Maui, they brought it up. He was like, I know how Maui set up, how we in the middle of stuff. There's no way that it missed them and just hit us. And that made me think of like Harvey. The deep conspiracy theory is that they use the power plants and different things like that to create vapor, which create, the water. Like I can even show y'all to it. I should be able to put it up pretty quickly.
So the Oprah thing is Oprah owns 2,000 acres of land in Hawaii, in Maui. She bought 870 acres of land, of agriculture land, in March of this year.
But supposedly I remember just Harvey being weird how the storm came. Like it came and hit like South Texas, and then it came out of South Texas.
But that bitch
like,
came out and then came back in.
That it was
like,
bro,
hit again.
It was going inland, made a complete U-turn back into the Gulf of Mexico and turned towards Houston. And
came back to,
and it got even stronger when it came and hit us. So it was just weird as fuck how it did some shit like that. But this is I'm about to share my screen real quick. This is just an example of them being able to do it. And if you know, there's plenty of power plants that has the technology to create this type of vapor. If you know, you know. So I don't know if you can see the screen. Okay, there you go. Full screen it.
You could possibly conceive.
It's BBC or some shit.
It turns out, the cleanest. Now, the most amazing thing is that cloud up there, which was generated by the engine, is just a mixture of hydrogen and oxygen. It's water vapor. And in about an hour's time, someone in Mississippi is going to get wet washing. It will actually rain. I told you. It's raining. That's unbelievable.
So, I mean, people going to HAARP, people going to being able to control electric magnetic fields, and that could also mess with different, maybe like take, plates in the ground and stuff. When I'm trying to think about like people that say they make earthquakes and stuff, like it's mad scientists out there, brother. And just like how we got 9 to 5s and we got to do our shit, them niggas be tucked in the science lab all day long, maybe 60 hours a week, coming up with all type of shit. We seen supposedly COVID is, whatever, gain of function. COVID ain't the only thing they've been working on. And we know that's just talking about, we know there's other strands of shit that they probably ain't been dabbled with and fuck with. And when we just talking about deeper science, man, it gets deep. Some Star Trek shit, man.
I mean, I don't know. You know how conspiracy theories, like, I'd be like, like, Chip, to me, the thing that makes it, like, if I was going to believe conspiracy, I'm believing, like, y'all niggas don't want to give this land. We'll burn this bitch down. Y'all can't fix it. We'll buy it. And then we'll build on some capitalism type shit. Like, we'll do that. I just don't know about any other reason why, unless you think, like, maybe they buy that land to create, like, a fucking bunker for the end of the world. Like, they know, I don't know. Like, there's, like, too many different.
I wouldn't get that deep. I just think they use the weather shit to do all type of things, man.
Well, I'm talking about the reason for actually burning down the homes. Like, we're going to burn these down so we can then do this. And the only one that really makes sense is we're going to do this to buy this land for cheap and use it how we want to use it.
I mean, it's very expensive land.
I mean, it's Hawaii. It's like fucking.
It's also taking the wealth out of people's hands. That's something that they've been doing. If we talk about a lot of shit that happened during COVID, why are the small businesses closed? Got to be closed for some reason. It just seemed like they don't mind taking power from us every chance they get, bro. So it just be fitting right in line with stuff. It ain't. I don't know if they building some I'm sure they got an underground base underwater on some G.I. Joe shit. I ain't worried about them trying to build some bunkers in Hawaii. Like, them bunkers been built. Like, if I'm being honest with you. Like, it's whatever. I'm getting a whole different tangents this episode. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, that's not what I think. So to a degree with that deep of the level of the conspiracy where some military base or some shit that they want to plan out there. And I think just more taking people power. These people got a lot of money. a lot of wealth that they sitting on, and we want it. Typical American story.
How do you feel about they're finally doing something about the Fifth Ward Cashmere Gardens cancer cluster?
Oh, how convenient.
They're now going to be relocating people from Fifth Ward due to the cancer cluster
And I believe,
made by Union Pacific Railways.
and I believe they should get moved, and they should get a lot of money for that shit. For sure. But it's convenient they start working on it when they start rebuilding Fifth Ward to
Yeah.
be another to be the new suburbs and shit. It's convenient as fuck.
That is convenient when you think about it. Houston plans to relocate residents of Fifth Ward Cancer Cluster site. The city of Houston plans to relocate the Fifth Ward residents affected by the Union Pacific Railroad site that has tested positive for high levels of creosote, a cancer-linked contaminant. Mayor Sylvester Turner announced Thursday that a city task force would relocate residents that live within a 2 to 3 block radius of the site.
There's gonna be a Whole Foods in Fifth Ward one day, and that's just my mind gonna be blown. My mind's gonna be blown. Like, I'm not trying to make it seem like Fifth Ward is like the worst, like far as
Yeah.
crime, but it's definitely the hood when you talk about houses that's been there since the 80s that was barely built on stilts. Like, you got houses that still look like shacks and shit like that. There's some decent quality houses, but the level of integration and condos that you see being built in Fifth Ward is crazy. It's like how they talk about Brooklyn or any other modern city with the integration.
It's just crazy when you look at it. Like, I'm looking in the total from these clusters, there were 79 more cases of cancer in this small area than expected, Turner said. In the case of childhood leukemia, the number of cancer cases was 350% higher than expected. So more kids were getting leukemia in Fifth Ward due to this.
My cousins literally stay right on the train tracks all their life.
Are they good?
I mean, shit.
Do they make them go like, hey, we should go get?
No, I haven't heard anything about that, but like literally the train track right there. Now I'm gonna get hit by a train. train track. The train on that same train track. Now it's, you don't really think about it because it's everyday life, like shit right there. But I wonder like how Baytown is being next to them plants. Like you can smell it some days when you come out. Like that shit
Be exploding, all kind of shit go crazy.
water, shit leaks and shit like that. Who fucking knows? Like it's
I was
good
about
that they're
that
doing
because
something.
what that Kamala person said, RFK Jr. exposed environmental classism, racism in poor neighborhoods, and how they are dumping grounds for toxic chemicals.
Yeah, salute that they actually doing something, because I mean, it could easily be ignored. Basically, it
I
could
think
be
it's been
Flint.
ignored for years. Shit.
Yeah, for sure. But it could be like Flint, where that shit still, I don't think that shit still solved. So, yeah, I mean, at least there is finally something being done there. At least it's finally being acknowledged, because I feel like once you do it on this level, moving people, it has to be some type of settlement already in play or something.
Got to be between Union Pacific.
Yeah, I mean, who's relocating them just for free? Like, who's funding that?
City of Houston. I don't know.
Or well, I mean, maybe the union is is that
No, the
is that a
railroad is
public
called
thing?
No, the union. The railroad is like you know, you have Delta, you have United, you
I
have
got
like
you.
airlines. So like Union Pacific is just like a name for the.
But is that railroad area? Is that like the public, or is that like private owned shit? You know what I mean?
Probably.
How does that work?
Train track shit.
Mm.
Yeah, it says even though Turner says although he's talking to Union Pacific executives throughout his administration, the company hasn't taken any action to relocate residents who live right on top or near the contaminated site. UP has insisted the time is not yet right in action on relocation,
and any
must wait for the result of further investigation. Time is the enemy of people living in a highly exposed and dangerous zone with limited means to do anything else. How many more people must be diagnosed with cancer? How many more people, and specifically how many more children must die? How many more families? Yeah, that one girl I used to talk to, she lived in Fifth Ward. She died of leukemia.
That's crazy.
I mean, like I said, I don't know that.
So what causes that though? It's like just the pollution or what?
So the tracks were coated with something called, what did it say? Cartagene, something like to help with the wood, but it has like 4 different cancer.
Let me find out.
Here it is. Union Pacific Railroad site that was tested positive for high levels of creosote, a cancer-linked contaminant.
Let me go get tested. If
Oh,
I hear
yeah,
a
on my
settlement
life.
come out, if you stay in Fifth Ward and
If
you
live in
have,
Fifth Ward from this time to this time, you're entitled to.
I'm calling. I used to play on them Saints. I played on them train tracks, brother. Like we used to throw the rocks. We used to be able to running up and down them. Like, bro, we was on them tracks, bro. Like constantly. Like literally, like you jump the fence, you go over the train tracks to get to my granny house and some more shit. Like this. Like that's hilarious, bro. If that I mean, it's not hilarious, excuse me, but if I can get paid, hey, I take it.
So
I
the
got
can. So okay.
got a little leukemia in me, but we surviving.
Oh Lord.
Hey, what can I do? That happened when I was a child. What the fuck? Hey, let's get paid. Let's live it up now. Shit.
So the can. So to be a part of the cancer, I don't know. I don't want to put your expose your granny and her where she lived, but to be a part of the cancer cluster specifically,
I did
you had
want
to
to
be
know this.
close to roads called Nickel Road, Lee Road, Solo, Lavender, Wiley. Those are the areas of Fifth Ward that are closest
Mm.
to the
Now that's
cluster.
those are very close, but now she don't stay over there.
Yeah, those are the areas that are closely exposed to it. But see, that's showing. So even like your groundwater contamination was contaminated with that shit. So your water contaminated, your
So
air.
how
in the
far is
area.
that shit? Probably goes a lot deeper than they're saying. They're trying to probably cover it up because they couldn't do nothing. There's no way you could relocate all of Fifth Ward.
No, it's a smaller area of Fifth Ward, but still.
But how is it in the water? But it's only in their pipes and shit. Like that water gets. I don't know that. I don't know how it works, but I would assume that water goes through other pipes as well.
Yeah. But let me see. Miss what happened to him. Much
Damn,
chemicals
Flying
are
Low. I thought you
early.
was trail at first when I read the comment.
Bryce used to eat off the
Niggas
tracks.
starting to blend in.
The same can't tell the difference, huh?
Yeah, gotta rub my eyes.
He said, "Damn, why y'all coming at me? God,
Flying
damn."
Low, the photographer. Whoa, I can't. Hold on.
What is this? CDN. I'm trying to pull this up real quick and we can move on. So yeah, this is what it looks like.
Yeah, that's right by Lockwood. Shit, I used to stay right there.
So all these places around here are within the zone. But yeah, I feel like that's been going on. I've been hearing about that for a long time.
Oh yeah, that's
now.
right by Fleming. I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I've been
Hard
hearing
to
about that for
tell
a
from
long
that
time.
view.
I feel like. But yeah, too many chemicals equal too emotional. Shit, I think it's crazy. But yeah, man. It's been 2 hours. I ain't nothing really much to talk about anymore. Like I said, I don't really care to go over Warders list. It was a good time just doing it in the group chat. Yeah. You got any parting words for the people? Talk about NPC topics. I'm falling asleep. We're done. We're going home. We're done.
Nah, man, it's been fun. Good convos.
FouseyTube is just like the rap shit I say. It's like when you give somebody a reward for doing a certain thing, they're gonna keep going more and more and more, and then they crash out, and he's crashing out. Or he crashed out, so there's not much to say about that. Bryce, even though you know what FouseyTube is?
Yeah, I've been seeing them recently.
But yeah, ain't nothing else to talk about. So make sure y'all tune in next week. Hope there's more shit to get into, more shit to discuss. I think that's all we got. Maybe this Friday, if Drake drops, we're gonna go live to react to the Drake album. I got nothing else. You got anything else, Bryce?
Hey man, have fun, live your life. We'll see y'all next week. Hopefully, niggas get over their feelings that we never was best friends in the first place.
Y'all was never homeboys, you know. So just like let it rock, man. Y'all just let it rock.
You know, get out your feelings, man. At least you get
Free
to come to the
trail.
podcast.
Free trail. But we out, man.